so famous we get on Good Morning America.
Is that your goal? Is that your ultimate goal?
No, that's not my ultimate goal. I just want to get
America?
famous out of this. They can be like, yeah, that's the girl from the podcast.
No, so you said that when you started the water game.
Yeah, well,
And
see what that is.
You on TV, you
Yeah.
Channel 3, Channel 5, Channel.
But I want to be like
19.
globally.
You want to be global. So
Not
here we go. So you took it there. So your fame, when you started your business.
So
you were like,
my friends could be like, I knew her before the fame.
Oh, so that's your goal. Fame. Fame is your goal.
Yep.
Now, and there's plenty of tragic stories about
Stop.
people that they were famous and they end up broke, no money. You rather have fame and no money?
Ugh.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I will not let the fame change me, guys.
Yeah, but the fame doesn't equal money. So what does that mean? You could be famous and still not have anything.
True.
Why do you fame? Tell me what do you consider famous? What do you consider famous?
Like, people will know you, like, almost everywhere you go.
And you
But it
want
won't be
that?
so bombarding famous. I just want to be, like, small. Like, there's small creators and then big creators.
Okay.
I just want to be, like, a small one. Like, I don't want, like, big people, like, sponsoring me. Because I don't want it to be, like, that big. But if it gets to that point, then yeah, I guess.
So you want, and you got to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I know.
So you want to be able to have that type of fame where when you walk out the door, people, that's Sydney. You go into a store, that's Sydney. You go to Target,
Yeah.
that's Sydney. You want that.
Yeah.
Why?
But I know people get sick of it, but it's fine.
But you don't know it's fine because you haven't
I
experienced
want to
it.
experience it, so I know if it's fine or not.
But here's the thing about fame. Once you open that box, you can't close it. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Well, yeah, I know,
right?
but
You're either famous or infamous, but that's it. You there's no more privacy, right? You lose all of that when you say I'm going to be famous. I just want you to know that. And with that fame comes people that like you
I know.
because of the fame, and people that
hate
don't hate you because of the fame.
Haters.
Well, yeah, haters. What do you think about haters? What do you think about
That just means if you don't have haters, you're not popping.
If you don't have haters, everyone, you're not popping. And so you want to be popping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already have haters now.
You got haters now
People that just don't like me.
because of the Go Fresh brand?
No, that just don't like me.
Why?
Everybody has haters in general.
Everybody has haters. So why? I mean, you seem to be a go-lucky, friend to all type of girl. Like, how do you get haters? Like, what are they?
People-
They hate your hair. They hate your braces.
No,
they,
like they'll just hate that. Like people are saying, like, ew, you just got here like 1 year at school and you like know everybody, and they're just like, oh my god, that makes me so mad for no reason.
So they say, I just want to. I gotta get this.
They
in my
do.
mind.
They
No.
say it to me.
Right. They'll say, man, you just got here. You're new to the district. You know everybody. Everybody knows you. And I'm mad because I'm mad at you.
Yeah, because
for
you
that.
know my friends, and
Wow. Okay.
then other people are just like, you took my friends from me. Like, no, everybody can still be friends. I just got here. They're just being welcoming.
So your friends honestly think you're taking friends from them.
Not my friends, just people at school.
And
Just
people at school will
think-
say, man, that person used to be my friend. Now they're your
Yeah.
friend. I'm mad at you for that.
yeah.
Wow. You know, I never experienced that in high school.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, this guy will probably like you because you're new, and that's not fair.
But you won't be new next year.
No, but I'm saying, like, they'll like me because I'm new to the school,
Right.
and that's not fair.
Gotcha. And that's where
And
the
then,
haters
and
come
then I
in.
just got there, like, the second week, they're like, you're the new girl, you're gonna get all the attention, and it's not fair.
Wow.
Like, okay, you act like I...
Now, so that in essence, within your school, you're famous.
Not really, because there's people who just don't even know I exist, so that's not famous if not everybody knows I exist in the school.
Yeah, but you could be famous.
There's
and
people in the
not
school
know
where
you
everybody
exist.
knows.
Like, You see it all the time.
Yeah, I
There
know.
might be like a pro athlete that's famous.
I know.
That might be somewhere, and that person's not. They meet someone that's not into sports,
I know.
so they're famous.
There's girls that the entire school knows them, like even like the intermediate school.
Okay.
So it's usually like the girls with like 6 siblings.
Wow. And so, would you consider them famous?
Yeah.
So
Because
they're
like
in
the
school
teachers
famous.
know. Yeah.
But out of the school. So let's kind of look at that. So when you talk about you want to be
That's just
famous,
popular, not famous.
that's popular. So I was gonna say, so there's a
There's
difference.
difference.
Between being popular, which you could be popular in your school. You can be popular in your hometown, or would that be famous?
That would be famous. Well,
famous.
yeah, it's famous. Because, like, American Idol, there's, like, those people that come from their hometown. They're like, everybody's rooting for me in my hometown.
That's famous. Or is that popular?
That's popular. Because
That's
they
popular.
haven't gotten, like, a breakthrough, like...
Okay, so, but you want fame. You don't want popularity. You want fame. So right now, you consider yourself popular?
I wouldn't consider myself. There's people who could consider me as popular, but I'm not.
So people might say, look at Sydney. She's popular.
Because some people are like, how do you have that many friends? I'm just like, I don't think they're my friends. I just know a lot of people.
Right. And you want to go beyond that, though. You want to go beyond just knowing a lot of people in your school. You want to be famous.
Yep.
Not popular, but famous.
Right.
And so if you're thinking of, do you have an example of someone that's famous, that's like that lower level famous that you're talking about? Like, you don't want that worldwide fame. You don't want like a Michael Jackson type of fame. You want this person's type of fame. It's probably
let me
like
think.
a YouTuber or
Yeah, that's
something.
usually the type of like...
That's the type of fame
Yeah.
you want. You want like that social media
Yeah,
fame.
Tall Fishman. He like started in like 2015, 2016, like smaller things. Then he just got like semi big, and then that's it. That's where he stopped. But he's still big, but just like in that area, he's big.
Mm-hmm. And what's his name?
Tall Fishman.
Tall Fish Smith. Now, what about that?
Tall Fishman.
Oh, Tall Fishman. I'm sorry.
And his brother, he started bringing his brother into videos, and then his brother started bringing his friends into videos. So they all just like
Gotcha. What about the guy that gives away all the
Mr.
money?
Beast.
Yeah, no,
I think he's big.
so. He's beyond the fame you want. You don't
Yeah.
want that level
No.
of fame. Okay. So some of the people that you buy merch from, would they be considered?
They're small.
Is that the type of fame you want? More fame than that.
Yeah, they're like small creators. They're not like millions of subscribers, thousands of followers, people.
So you're equating your fame with
No, not
social
likes and
media fame.
no. It cannot. It can be different than that.
Okay.
But people usually get famous off of it. But
Gotcha.
still,
That's a vehicle that creates the fame.
yeah, could.
Yeah. So like what we're talking about now with these podcasts, if we do enough of these and build the content up. And,
I mean, yeah. There's like this guy who finally got like. It wasn't. I don't think it was through social media. I think this guy was like recording him do something, like in the woods, and he was like homeless or something. But he ended up like after all these videos, like YouTube came out and like flew him to this place so he could get like a house and all that stuff. So he just got famous off of that. That wasn't even through social media.
Right.
That was just through a guy recording him.
And that's fame to you?
Yeah, cause he got like all these like subscribers that were trying to help him and like, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you want.
Yeah, but not off of dancing in the woods.
Well, no, I got that part. It's not about you dancing in the woods, but I'm just trying to figure out the level of fame and how you believe that you can control that, right? So, especially in this era of things going viral, like you really have no control over the level of fame that you get, right? Once you start putting yourself out there,
you can get famous off of like the dumbest things.
Yeah, and you don't control that, right? You can't say that's enough fame for me.
I know, right?
You know,
like Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, you can't do that.
She got like she hit 100 mil this year, like of followers on TikTok, 100 mil, and like now she like building up to that she was fine because she started getting like. What's it called from Dunkin' Donuts, like these sponsorships, so she got her own drink, and then like she got all this like merch and all this stuff, and now like once she hit 100 million, she's like there's not anything more building up to, I guess.
Right.
So everyone's like, she's lost her spark of being like famous at 15 and 16.
And that's the thing too. I mean, you know, there is a life cycle to fame, right? There's a and that's what I'm saying. You're famous or you're infamous, but you know there's a life cycle to it, and a lot of times that individual gets tired of it before the public does.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a common saying: people love to build you up, and then they love to watch you fall.
Yeah, everyone's like, why'd you guys make her famous? Like, oh, she stole the black girl's dance. Why'd you guys make her famous off of that?
Well, she was still in a lot of dances.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
she
I mean,
was.
every dance she did,
She
saw
never,
somewhere else.
yeah, but
And you would see, oh, this person got
yeah,
20 views.
and then she
gets
never gave
20,000
dance
views.
credits or whatever. And
Right.
everyone's like, she just doesn't deserve the hype. The hype.
The hype.
Yeah.
But she got it. And, you know, that's her life. And now she's trying to control that fame.
Yeah, and then her sister thought she could sing and have a singing career. She made 2 terrible songs that she got. And then everyone made her take down her unreleased one because it was so bad.
Whoa.
And they already gave her a documentary.
Well, I can make a documentary.
Yeah, it's already out.
Yeah.
But it's so dramatic because she made 2 terrible songs.
Well, that happens. I mean, you know, when you have talent in one field, you think you can kind of
Yeah, like
get
why did
into
everybody
other
choose
fields.
singing out of all and acting? They
Well,
put her in a movie.
It's entertainment.
But off of stealing somebody's dance.
Well, I mean, you're being entertained, and so you kind of say, how do I leverage that to entertain more people in other genres? So, you know, I could see that happening. You know, you see it all the time. Athletes want to be musicians. Musicians want to be athletes. Comedians want to be musicians. You know, movie stars want to be singers. And it's like, no, you have a skill set. Stick to that. You know, don't try to be a jack of all trades. And so when I think about you and your fame, what do you want to be famous for?
I don't know. I just want to get famous.
You want to be famous, but you don't want to say, I want to be famous for this. I want to be famous for my business. I want to be famous for my piano playing. I want to be famous for my social media
No, I do not want to
content.
be famous for doing the piano because I know people, if I get too, like, big people are going to start asking me to play at, like...
But you're great at it.
But, like, that Chloe Butterfly girl, she got to play for, like, Cardi B and all that. That's too much.
That's too much. Plus, you don't really like playing the piano.
Then they'll expect you to start composing like she did.
I actually thought that's one of the things you would get into.
Uh-uh.
Because you know what... You have a good ear.
I can do it, but I just don't want to do
Yeah,
it.
and I think you don't want to do it because you don't see the true value.
Yeah, I
in
don't.
it. You don't see the true value in composition. I read a great book. This is many moons ago about Quincy Jones.
Right.
And him being a composer, and I mean, there's so many things. You could score movies and do commercials, and then be the producer of the biggest selling album of all time, Thriller. So but it's that skill set because you're classically trained. He's trained classically, jazz, so he understood like how to compose. And then he was like, wow, this pop music, it's not much to it.
Right.
And so he used that skill set to sort of bridge that gap. And lo and behold, he's Quincy Jones. And I know you have that ear. And I'm like, man, it's not just playing the music that, really excited me about you playing the piano. It's, one, understanding melodies and understanding how to put songs together from the greatest composers. I mean, when you think of classical music, those are great composers that, you don't like what it is. You don't like what it is, but it's still great and intricate. So you're learning that, and it's like, oh, I can use that as sort of this backstop of composing stuff that I know is going to be popular to my friends or popular to the masses. Or when you start to really get out there with some of your content, through social media or whatever platform you use, that you say, I can do it all. I can write, I can produce, I can edit, I can compose, and then that's just money, 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 And then you get famous like that. That's how you get famous. Like, it's that behind the scenes type of stuff.
True,
that,
and like I was talking to like we were like on FaceTime, and he was like with his mom, and she was talking about. It was like I don't know. It was like a couple days ago. We were on FaceTime, and his mom was like talking about how people who are like famous or whatever, like singers or rappers, they like make up this fake story like to all their like followers or whatever on how they got famous. Like she said, like a fake reality basically.
Oh wow.
On how they got famous. Oh,
Yeah, because some of them, there's an image there that they want to portray, right?
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, because all I have to do is sell weed and
Yeah.
do all that to get famous.
And
I'm
it's
just like, no.
you're not even raised like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what she was saying
Like,
to him.
Yeah, you're like, these are like middle class.
Yeah.
Prime example in my generation would be Ice Cube, right? Ice Cube, great writer, rapper, did all that stuff, but he had a pretty much a middle class upbringing.
Yeah, really.
But he had that image of being hood
I
and
know.
street.
Gotta get out the trenches.
But at the same time, and then that's why he was able to write movies,
Yeah.
Barbershop and Are We There Yet, and all these kiddie movies and stuff. I mean, he used those skills to be pretty much an actor. He created, but no one really said, "Hey, what's your true story?" He just sort of let it go. And I remember hearing even one of my favorite comedians of all time, again, my generation,
Who's
Dave
your favorite?
Chappelle.
Oh,
Dave Chappelle would say, "Hey, a lot of people thought I grew up in the streets of D.C. I didn't. I had a middle class upbringing. My mom was this, my dad was this, but he just let that story go because it sort of, kind of built credence to him having that.
Everyone wants to be like that.
Yeah, they want to just kind of whatever their audience
quote unquote
is.
hood.
Yeah, their audience is. But there's a danger to doing that, because this is more your generation. The kid with all the rainbow colors and
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine, I'm this, I'm that. Then when it was time to pay the price for that, he got the snitching and doing all that stuff. And it was like, I thought you were
right?
I thought you were all that. I thought that's how you were
I'm
built.
not afraid of anything.
Yeah, you were built like that, So, and everybody kind of knew that, but those are some of the examples. But then you have real people that a lot of times, those real gangsters, they're silent anyway.
Right.
They real gangsters move in silence.
Yeah, really.
So they're not out here wilding out. A lot of times, especially with the rappers, they take on the personalities of the people that they see. Like, oh, I want to be this rapper based on what I'm seeing from this guy. And so there's a danger to that. But with you can be true to yourself. Like, you don't have to claim that you were raised a certain way. Like, oh, you were raised in the hood and this and that. And blah. No. You know what I mean? Like, that defeats the whole purpose of what we're trying to do as a family. You know? When my parents came up and, they were like, okay, we got to get out of this situation and build, they put me and LaShonda on a platform like, okay, you got to start from here and build up. And then for you start from here and build up. Right? So why say, well, you know what? Oh, I remember, we lived out here. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You go out there, you'd be scared to death if we left you out there for 20 minutes. What are you
less
talking
than
about?
that.
Yeah, okay, even less than that. So, yeah. So when your friend told you that was probably true. But with your fame...
friend's mom, actually.
Yeah, your friend's mom told you. That's even better. But with your fame and what you're trying to do... you don't know what you want to be famous for, though. You just know you want to be famous. Yep. So if I'm taking a trip and the end of the road is fame, you got to find an avenue to get there, though. What's the avenue that gets you from where you are now to fame? You think it's this? What we're doing now? Like something like that? Oh, you actually think this is it?
I don't know. It could be.
No, I'm saying it could be. There's many avenues to fame, if that's what you want. I never wanted that for you. But
Or
that's
dance.
You.
Or dance.
Dance? But you're not dancing now.
Well, Think I don't want to?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying you don't even dance around the house.
You don't.
I just think you should dance everywhere.
Oh my gosh,
Just be
it's not like
dancing.
you don't know what it's like to be a competitive dancer.
I don't.
You don't, and
I
it's
don't.
different.
But what I do know is I know what it's like to love something.
Oh, okay. We already had this conversation.
Well, we
three
didn't
times.
have a conversation on podcast.
Well,
though.
we're not.
What I'm saying is I know what it's like to love something where it's
You
like
do it every day.
you just that's all you do. Like if you're saying I want to be famous for dancing, every morning you should be dancing down them steps coming to the kitchen.
No, it's not like
dancing
that.
to the car. To
I
go to
don't
school.
want to be.
When I let you out for school, you should buy dads just dance all the way into the building.
That's cringy. That's
I'm
not.
just saying that's a love.
I practice when I do have dances to practice.
Well, okay, but you want to be famous for it. Anybody
Yeah,
can do
because
that.
that's why I wanted to start competing like 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, so maybe that's not the avenue then. What's another avenue? What about go fresh brands? You're not feeling that.
That's not something I want to be famous for. I like doing
okay.
it, but I want to.
You like doing it, but that's not what you want to be famous for. Gotcha. So you want to be famous for this podcast that we don't have a name for.
Sure.